Happy Wednesday evening, my favorite people. I hope everybody is having a wonderful week, and I hope you guys are doing really well on your journey, and you're doing really well with your business and all that other exciting stuff. So tonight, Kimberly, hey Jay, how you doing? Tonight, Kimberly and I just wanted to go over a couple things. We are always working to make our team page the best place for all of you guys to plug your coaches in and all that other good stuff. So we're looking at revamping a few things, like how we do team calls, how we onboard new coaches, challenge groups, and the Eat Clean Train Mean group. We're just looking to revamp a few things to see what we can do to make it all a better place for everybody. So tonight we just wanted to kind of keep everybody in the loop and let you guys know about some changes that we are talking about doing, and just make sure everybody knows we're all on the same page, what we've got going on, so that nobody feels like they're left out, or we never try to have secret communication without any of you guys. I hope you all know that. It just, sometimes things fall through the cracks when there's so many posts. So anyhow, Kimberly asked in the team page a couple weeks ago what you guys wanted to do about team calls. And there were a few things here and there that were different, but the vast majority was, let's keep it the same. So our plan is to keep weekly calls the same, Wednesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we are changing it a little bit because we are calling all of you guys and all of your extensive knowledge. We are going to be putting a Google Doc in the team page, and you guys are going to have the opportunity to sign up for calls and share all of that good stuff that you know with us. We thought it would be really good if we could do like teaming up, like two people do a call together. If you have something that you just feel really solid about and you want to do a whole call, go for it. But that is how we're going to be doing them going forward. So this is the last week before we get the doc up and running and all that good stuff. So look for that. Be ready for that. Don't be scared to lead a call. I mean, I won't lie to you guys. I still get a little bit nervous before I get on anything, which is silly because I love all of you beautiful people and you guys are my support. So why I would ever be nervous around you is crazy. But anyways, don't be nervous. Just do it, because I promise you're going to grow as a leader. You're going to grow as a person. You're going to grow your tribe. Like, it's all going to be good stuff. I promise. So that is one of the big changes that we are looking at going forward. Kimberly, why are you on mute, homie?
Quiet for a minute.
Say what now? Are you trying to play my role? Trying to be the quiet one?
No.
No, ma'am, not allowed. So, anything else you want to share on that one, Kimberly?
Nope, that covers it. We had a meeting with our, kind of core group of leaders in Team Ignite last night, and I think we got a lot of things established. And we're not asking brand new coaches to jump on and lead calls, so please don't freak out about that. Like, it'll start with leaders on the team and trickle down, but in the next couple months, like, as you grow and learn and we see things happening with you guys, like people that are hitting Success Club consistently, or bringing on new coaches consistency, or rocking their own journey. Like, you might get a tap on the shoulder that's like, hey, would you, you're rocking social media. Would you mind talking to the team about it and why you feel comfortable doing it? Something as simple as that. So, Megan and I will still have things to bring to the table each week that will add value to teach you guys. But I would just want to give it to leaders to help them grow as well. So can we talk about the next thing?
Yes.
Okay. So the next thing that we talked about was how to bring on new coaches, and you yourself might be a new coach. So this might be new. And the coaching sneak peek is just wrapping up today, so I'm hoping we'll have some new coaches in the team in the next week or two, which will be exciting too, because then we can try this out. I have to find the specific day that it will be, but it sounds like the plan is, instead of having a Coach Basics group, because I've tried every Coach Basics group under the sun, and I just don't know that I can do another Coach Basics group. We are going to have a new coach Zoom twice monthly. So I need to figure out if, that's the first and third Tuesday of the month or whatever. I need to figure that out, and it will be set. And that'll be a coach Zoom that'll be an hour long, and it will be walking new coaches through the basics, how to get started, a place to ask questions, and even a chance to plug in with going through like a live power half hour and what that should look like for them, because the goal is for them to walk away in a half an hour and know that they can work their business in a half an hour a day as a new coach, and what they should be doing in that half an hour. So I just want it to be simple, duplicatable, them understand the vitals, them understand Success Club, understand all of the basics, and just go for it. So that's the new plan starting in October very soon. So I'm excited to see how that kicks off. I'm sure I'll run the first one or two, and then whoever else wants to run one, it will be the same kind of thing. Like, I can definitely know that Blaine would be completely capable of getting in there and onboarding new coaches. Yes, you would. Don't act like you don't want to do that. Crystal Schaefer recently was invited to join Team Ignite with us, just because she's needing some support with her tribe. And I adopt everyone, so I have now welcomed her into Team Ignite, because I kind of feel the more the merrier at this point. And she's an amazing coach, so she's an amazing leader, and I'm excited for her to team up with us on some stuff. The next topic was smaller challenge groups. I know it's kind of boring tonight, guys, but it's good housekeeping, kind of know what we're all on the same page and where we're at. So the next topic was smaller challenge groups, and I'll let Megan kind of talk about that.
So I don't know if you guys, Kimberly and I both, well, Kimberly said this, and it rings so very true to me. Tracy, I feel bad this is your first call as well, but you're going to know exactly what to expect going forward. So it's going to be so awesome. Plus, you just get to see the energy and vibe of our tribe. I mean, this is us. We don't put makeup on for these calls. Some of us don't shower. I'm usually that person. I mean, like, this is us. And so anyhow, I am super excited that we're going to be looking at doing smaller challenge groups. The groups that are like 60 plus people, like that, you guys notice that they end up with like 15 people, 10 people posting. And we both think going forward that if we're doing smaller size groups, that is going to help to just have everybody more on the same page. All the coaches can be in there commenting on the other people's stuff, because it's not like you're talking to 60 people. It's very manageable to jump in at the beginning of the day and comment on a couple of challengers' posts. And I just think it's a better environment for coaches to get challengers to become coaches, like seeing that and getting that loving environment, as opposed to just a bunch of people in a group that aren't really half of our, 3/4 of the people aren't participating. Like, this is just going to be a big difference, I think. I know that I have been doing kind of smaller groups for a while now, and it's different. Like I mean, that's the best way that I can put it. It's really different. People have no problem getting in there and posting. And I mean, I'm not saying that you start smaller groups and nobody's ever going to fall off, because we all know there's going to be people that are going to fall off. There's going to be people that aren't quite ready to do it yet, or whatever it is. But this, I think, is going to help tremendously, and just getting the activity up, the engagement up in the groups, and all of that going forward. So we, again, are looking to the leaders to start just kind of grabbing a few coaches and starting smaller groups. Kimberly and I are going to be more focused on doing groups with newer coaches, so that the newer coaches are in there and know what's going on. She said this last night, and I can't even say, like, I was kicked out from the beginning because I never really had a coach that cared. So I basically did challenge groups on I ran my very first challenge group that I was in as a coach because my coaches fell off. So I hope you guys don't take it as like a super intimidating thing. You know what's going on in them. Again, this is not, if you're a brand new coach, we're not kicking you out to run your own group. That is not going to happen. We've got your back. But for Kimberly and I to focus on the newer coaches and making sure that you guys have that strong background in the beginning, then we need for you guys to start pairing up, breaking off, so that the group, we can't keep running 60 people challenge groups, and we're going to need people to step up and run groups for that to happen. So what we need you guys to do is just find some people that you click with, and it doesn't necessarily have to be everybody that you always do it with. We know like Carmen and Dre love each other and always do everything together, and not that I would ever want to rip them apart, but it might be good for them to do it with somebody different. Crystal and I always do groups together. It would probably be about that time for us to separate and other people start doing it. And me see, like, other people get to see what my style is in a group, what Kimberly's style is in a group. Crystal, you'll be fine, I promise. So I just think that the smaller groups are going to be more beneficial. Like for me personally, what I've seen in them is that everybody is a lot more engaged. People are ready to do it. We got awesome results came in on one of Carissa's girls today that lost 11 pounds and 10.5 inches, and she looks great. And she was in there every day posting. She had people commenting on her stuff, coaches commenting on her stuff every day. Like, it was just a good environment. And that's what we want for people going forward. So the goal is to get down into smaller groups, starting with this next group that comes up. So if you guys want to start talking in the team page about who you want to pair up with, or if you want to do that behind the scenes, however, just kind of let I know what's going on so that we know what's going on and we're able to help you guys and make sure that you have everything that you need. Again, it is never about like kicking you out and you guys just being lost and just not know what's going on. We know you're capable of it, and we know that you guys are going to rock it. So I'm excited for that because I think it is going to be a really good thing. And then the next thing is something that we're still kind of working on, I believe, which is the Eat Clean, Train Mean group and where we're going with that.
I haven't made any decisions on that. I'm not doing anything with that.
Okay.
That'll stay the same for right now. I haven't made any decisions. But like any small group that I am in and leading will require Shakeology. So like if it comes to a point where someone's like, hey, can I be in your group? Absolutely, if your person's on Shakeology. If not, it's not the group for them, because I'm going to pour into them. I'm going to check in on them, whether they're my challenger or not. I'm going to comment on their stuff every day, and I'm going to help them the best I can. And I'm only going to do that if they're taking the time to invest in themselves. Yes, there are people that are allergic to Shakeology. If that's the case, let me know and we can talk. But that's happened like 2 people since 3.5 years of coaching. So that's not generally the case. In my opinion, that was everything on the list that we needed to cover. I know it was kind of boring, so let me end with something more fun and like learn something, and you can write something down and be like, yes, Kimberly, because I was going over some notes with another coach today that was helping me just like bounce ideas, and I started writing down some of the things that she had heard in a call that she got to participate in, and I thought she had some really good ideas. They had some really good ideas on how to motivate Success Club, and I'm going to be rolling that out next month, which is pretty soon. But one of the things that she shared, and these all came from top 15 star diamond coaches. So, follow the feet of successful people, guys. Follow the feet of like what you want. Hang out with people that have what you want. If people have crappy marriages and you want a good marriage, don't hang out with those people. That's my advice. Like, if you want to have a healthy lifestyle and feel good about yourself, don't hang out with people that go out to eat every day and never exercise and complain. Like, if you know what I'm saying. So, this one coach started talking about developing your why, and you hear us talk about why in challenge groups and in coaching, and why do we want to do this? What's our vision? Why are we going to make ourselves push play? Why are we going to make us send uncomfortable invites? Why am I going to post on Facebook when it makes me want to vomit? Like, these are the things that I hear from new coaches all the time. Like, why? Because I don't want to go back to work, or because I want to pay off debt, or I want to, I want to have a baby and I want to stay home. Whatever it is, we need to dig into that. But your why makes you show up every day, whether you want to or not. Like, it makes you post in your groups whether you want to or not, because it's important to you. And it really comes down to belief, and the fact that, I said this after I heard it. I said it right away in the coaching sneak peek, and it's belief, and it's belief in yourself, because Beachbody is not the magic pill. Shakeology is not a magic pill, and it's not a magic potion for people getting into a challenge group. They have to do the work. They still have to press play. They still have to eat right. And Beachbody multi-level marketing, this amazing opportunity, is not a magic, like, get rich quick scheme. Not that you think it is, but it's hard work. It's running your own business. And the fact is, we run this business sometimes like a hobby, and we also run this business like it was a $140 investment for a challenge pack. Let's be honest. Some people run it like it was a $40 investment or a $0 investment, or they just didn't really invest in it. But if you had to pay $2 million to open up a Dunkin' Donuts, you would work your tail off to make that Dunkin' Donuts work. Like, we have just been giving a blessing, because we have this chance to have this business that it can be whatever we want it to be. Like, I know $1 million might sound crazy, but it can be this, $1,000 a week, $1,000 a month, that whatever, if it puts extra money in your pocket and your bottom line the end of the year, and it brings you joy, it's a great thing. But we don't treat it like that. We don't treat it like we just bought a Dunkin' Donuts or a Chick-fil-A, but it's the same opportunity in the end. So it's not a magic pill. We are the magic. Like, you are the magic. We all have the same products. We all have the same prices. We all have the same websites. We all have access to amazing, amazing trainings. We all have access to a place to ask questions and plug in and learn new things. There's just a wealth of information on YouTube and the back office, every script you can imagine, every, like, how to run a challenge group. Like, every group that I'm in, like Push to Emerald and Push to Diamond, like, I get all of that in the back office. And every time I'm in that back office, I'm like, holy cow, every national wake up call that's ever been recorded, like, there's so much information back there on training, whatever you want to do. Don't train to death, just create action, but it's all back there. So, but instead of, so this is what she said, like, to lead with your why. So think about this on social media, or even when you're having a conversation with a lot of Beachbody coaches, or any kind of sales on, we talk about sales, or it works, or this or whatever that people sell that's kind of in your face on social media. They're starting with the what. Like, it's like, what are you selling? Like, I'm selling this challenge pack, and I'm selling these wraps, and they're starting with the what. Like, go back and always start with the why. Why are you talking about Shakeology? Why are you talking about a challenge pack? Why are you talking about 21 Day Fix? Start with the why. And then make people ask, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? Share, like, I'm doing this workout and I'm in this group because it makes me feel more confident. It makes me feel better in my body. It makes me feel like I'm not alone. It makes me feel, because I'm not alone in that coaches only group with all of you guys. Everything you post, I'm like, yes, I want to eat a cupcake too. Yes, I do. Like, I get it. Like, I everything you're saying, I'm like, yes, me too, me too, me too. So when you deal with your why, like why you're doing something, and that comes out in your social media posts, then you can get to the what with people, and then you get to the how. This is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm coaching, because I love the community. I make extra money. I like the accountability, like whatever it is for you. And it might be all three of those things. Those are the general things that people like about coaching. Is it puts extra money in their pocket, It gives them accountability, and they like the community. They like the fun events and the things that we do and getting to know all of these people. So if you lead with the why you're doing this, the what will naturally come out when you're talking to people, and then you will share with them how to get started on their own. Another thing that we were talking about is making Facebook like your own personal TV reality show, which I often think my life could be. But like, those are the things you post. Like, even I've been doing this a long time, and I constantly tweak what I'm doing. And just in the last week, since putting all my business out there and saying, listen, I'm a hot mess and I gained back all this weight and I need help and I need accountability and I'm getting back to basics, I just have started posting differently. I've just been like, forget it. I'm just going to share what I'm doing. I'm going to share my life. I'm going to share, my son's playing the dang French horn now, and it's loud as bejesus. And I'm going to share that, go back to sharing about my dog and sharing about my life and sharing about these houses we're trying to flip, and forget about like this challenge group and that challenge group. I'm just going to share my life, because if I share my snacks, people want to know what the snack is. And if I share my Monday progress and say, hey, I lost 4 pounds this week, people are going to start to say, how do you do that? I don't have to lead with the what and the how and all that. I just have to lead with being myself and being natural and making it your own little Facebook reality show. This is more for like the longer you get into this, but it's a good message for anyone on the call that Carmen definitely listen. And me, myself, Megan, Brenda, you have to remember to stay in phase 1. You get to a certain point in your business where you hit diamond, and a lot of diamonds are like, well, what do I do now? Like, what do I have to hit for now? And they turn to this focus, which is a good thing, of building diamonds underneath them, because I want people underneath me to succeed. So, I hit diamond, and then like, I want Carmen to hit diamond, and I want Leslie to hit diamond. I want Blaine to hit diamond. I want Amanda, yes, Amanda to hit diamond. I want to help them do that, absolutely. But what it does is it tends to get you out of phase 1. And by what I mean by phase 1 is when you start as a new coach, you need to work that 30-minute to 60-minute power hour of inviting. You got to do your personal development, which I still do that, but I get away from the inviting of other people. Like, I get away from that because I put it on my team. So that's something that doesn't apply to everyone, but it's just so you know, like, you don't necessarily get to a level and you're like, oh, everyone flocks to you and everyone's like wanting to sign up with you. And, that's just not the case, because if you're always adding friends, people don't know what you do. Like, it's always going to be new to them. So I thought that was interesting. Those were kind of the main takeaways that I had written down from a conversation. But you take advice from people in the business that have what you want. Like, if you don't want to work, 40 hours a week on your coaching business, then don't be taking advice from a coach that does that. Like, they can't teach you the way that you want to learn. I can definitely teach you how I started with 15, 30 minutes, like legit 15 minutes. I would watch a video on YouTube, and that's like the most attention span I could have to learning something, apparently. And then I would like send an invite or post something on Facebook. Like, that's how I started. I was like, I'll do this, I'll see what happens. And then, doing that for a couple weeks got me like 1 challenger, and it wasn't even from those, it was because she was my neighbor. But that 1 challenger is all it took for me to start to develop a why, because I got that $50 check in the mail because no one even taught me how to set up my direct deposit. So we'll cover that for people. So I got my check in the mail, and they took like $2.50 out to send me a check. So I was mad about that. I was like, well, I got to set up my direct deposit so they don't do that again. And if I can make $50 just by talking to this one person, like, maybe I could like pay for my Disney vacation this October. And that's exactly what I did. Like, I just tucked away the money, and that was May, June, July, August, September, October. and paid for a Disney vacation for 6 people for a week. And you guys know how expensive it is to go to Disney. If you don't, you should start saving right now because it's not cheap. Like, start putting your pennies away right now. Even if you don't have kids, like, you should probably start your Disney account right now, Amanda, Crystal. Like, get it going. Because those guys, I was going to say a bad name, but they're going to want to go to Disney World. And it's expensive. And then they want to Universal Studios, and I want to buy all the stuff, and you got to do it once. I was like, all out. Like, you want to do it? We're doing it. We might never come here again, ever. I will take my grandchildren. Just kidding. It's super fun, but it's super expensive. But that was my first goal. So anyways, I just wanted to end with something not so boring. But we're just making some changes in Team Ignite. They're all good. Like, you'll always have a place. Don't get nervous. You won't have a place to be or a group to be in. And a lot of people are loving, the challenge tracker app, which I really like too. I don't know what you said. I'm only having one kid. Good. They will get whatever they want in Disney World when you take them. Auntie Kim will take them. So I forgot what I was saying. So yeah, so some fun stuff, like all good stuff happening in October. I'm just excited to end the quarter strong. Like, I do feel like in business in general and in coaching, like, you can see things kind of slow down the end of the year. That will not be the case for this team, for our own personal journeys and for coaching. So I'm excited to like kind of come out of a dip and get into recruiting some new awesome people and starting them off right. And it's really a great time to start, because when you've kind of like got the flow of things, like if you're talking to people that you're thinking about coaching, like honestly, I think the last quarter is the best time to start, because the new year, people want to buy some challenge packs, people. And when you start as a coach, like in January, and you're kind of clueless and you don't know what's going on, you just aren't ready to hit it like someone who's been coaching for a couple months. And then the new year comes, people know what you're doing. You've been posting on Facebook. They gained 10 pounds over the holidays and they're ready to do something different, and you're ready to go. So we're in a good spot, and anyone we bring on from this point forward is in a good spot to tackle 2017. Any questions or anything anyone wants to say? Megan?
I was just going to follow that with a boom for Dan.
Yeah, boom. I have to say that all the time now too. So also thanks for everyone that invited and participated in the sneak peek this month, because it was definitely my favorite sneak peek that we've done in a very long time. And that's one of those things that some months you're like, like, should I not do these? Like, should I keep going? Like, I don't know what to do. And, we had a great group of leaders. We all decided to go live and all picked our own topics that we were passionate about and knew what to say. No one needed a script, or I'm really proud of you. And I think it went very, very well. And if you were in it, whether you participated or not, if you want to participate in a future one as far as a speaker, let me know. But if you have any feedback on any of the topics or anything like that, I'm open to that as well. If you have people in the sneak peek, I encourage you obviously to reach out to them. And whether they sign up or not, I would ask for feedback. Like, if someone's signing up, I would say, like, what did you like about the sneak peek? They're signing up. Obviously, they liked something. So kind of get an idea, like Carmen, your girl, Joanne, if she signs up, like, what did she like about it? And if someone doesn't, I might say, would you offer us some feedback on our sneak peek? Because we just started going live, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Because if they say, well, I didn't watch it, then y'all don't worry about it. Like, bye-bye. Like, if they don't have time to watch like a 5-minute video, they're not going to have time for all this shenanigans. So, but if they have like legit feedback that we can use, like, that's how we're going to grow. So don't be afraid to ask that kind of stuff. But all right. Love you guys. Crystal.
Hi guys. Love you.
Crystal wants to talk.
Oh. Just kidding.
Are you going to take a picture? How do I look? Blaine looks really excited. That should be fun to post.
Too late, Blaine.
All right.
All right, guys. Have a lovely
guys.
evening. More exciting calls next week, we promise.
Well, we'll see who
This is
signs
stuff that we wanted to maybe it'll be exciting next week. It depends on who jumps in there and signs
It
up.
will be. There's always something to learn. All right. Love you guys.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.